All right, joined now by Melfort Mustangs defenseman, longtime SJHLer as well. It's Nolan Henderson. Nolan, how you doing today, bud?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
It's great. Well, I got to ask you, you are in Oakville at the hotel. I, of course, am in the rink already, as you can see behind me. Just tell me about how you're enjoying the Centennial Cup experience, how you're enjoying Oakville, Ontario, which I know a beautiful place, and, facing different teams you've never faced before.
It's been a crazy experience. I think all of us were a little bit starstruck when we showed up here. We've been getting, great treatment from all the staff at the tournament and everything else. But it's been crazy. It's been awesome. We've done some pretty cool stuff as a team. Yesterday we went to the Hockey Hall of Fame Blue Jays game. So I think we've all just been kind of taking it all in. And then obviously our play on the ice has been pretty good too. We're 2-0, so really happy with the start we've had.
Yeah, for sure. I want to get into the games a little bit in a second, but just sort of outside of it, I mean, everybody who's around the final, the emotion, the intensity, the fans in Whitney for him and Flin Flon and at the Palace, and even back to your Humboldt series, even back to your Estevan series, just bonkers and bananas and nuts. It was just different world. Obviously, you're not the home team and whatever, just talk about trying to rev your engines up, I guess, to play games, when there's not that same atmosphere. It's still cool, I'm sure, but not the same atmosphere.
Yeah, it's definitely a little tough. I think the first game was a little bit of a learning curve, going from the Palace where we had 2,500 fans supporting us to, just maybe a few of our parents in the stands, and it was pretty empty. So I think trying to build your own momentum and cheering on the bench, being loud is a huge part of this tournament. So kind of got to make that adjustment, and I don't know, hope that we can keep it rolling.
Yeah, I know, absolutely. And you guys have I guess kind of two acts, maybe you could look at it for your group stage. You have the two games at the beginning, you got two games kind of at the end. You guys played Miramichi, the Maritime champions, and the Winkler, the Manitoba champions in this little break. Then you got two in 2 days. What was the message from Trevor Blevins, heading out of that Winkler game, heading into a little bit of a break?
I think we just can't let up going in these next two games. We've obviously had a good start and want to keep it rolling, but you don't go 2-0 just to go 2-2, right? You wanna win all four. So I think we're gonna try and do exactly that and keep working hard, keep playing hard. I think a big part of our game is physicality, and he definitely wants us to pick up on that a little bit more in the big rink. So I think that's one thing we're gonna focus on going into these next two games and just keep playing as hard as we can. Hopefully get
Yeah.
the good results.
Absolutely. The results have come by hook or by crook. Probably a better 60-minute effort, I would say, probably against Miramichi, but the game against Winkler was epic in so many ways.
Yeah.
Just talk about, playing in that game. Did it kind of zip you back into, man, like this is good hockey, like playing in that Winkler game, because just watching it from a bit of a distance, it was something different to watch. It was unreal.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy, definitely. That one kind of had undertones of the Humboldt series, I think, where
Mhm.
we're down 2 goals and then come back, and then they storm back at the end of the game, scoring in the last minute. It made me think of the Humboldt series. But they're a really, really good team. They were, physical, kind of like the way we play. So yeah, I think it was a good matchup for sure. And I think the fans would have enjoyed that one. It was a really, really good game.
Yeah, absolutely. Gotta beat the Manitoba Leaguers for sure, no question
For
about that.
sure, for
A lot of
sure.
people talked about the ice surface. I was one of them. Obviously, you guys, the broadcaster, even there at the games, were talking about the fact that you guys came to Wilcox a couple times and played Notre Dame on that big ice. And I don't know, that's so long ago. I don't know if that makes any difference. But just talk about how you guys have handled kind of playing different, maybe slightly different style of hockey on a bigger ice surface.
It's definitely hard to get used to. I think first couple of our practices on the big rink, we tried to focus on making cross ice passes and doing stuff with a lot more space out there. And I think in the games it was a bit of a learning curve for sure. You don't realize how much time you have with the puck essentially, and you can skate it out and do all these pretty things with the puck. So I think we definitely just kind of got to focus on the fact that we have a lot more time out there. Don't need to be throwing it away and One of the biggest things I think is during playoffs, you'd be talking to your partner in the D zone and whatnot, and couldn't hear them because the fans were so loud. But here you can hear everything everybody says. So communication is going to be a big factor, I think, for us.
There you go. Yeah, no excuse to not talk. That's what coaches are always talking about these days. I need our D to talk. I need the
Definitely.
goalie to talk.
Yeah.
Etc. I also got to ask you, man, James Venn, like, I mean, I guess in your SJ career, you've had the opportunity to play in front of maybe the two most clutch goalies, I would say in the league in
Oh yeah.
Daza and in Venner. So just talk about how amazing, Venn is just mentally when things aren't always going well and the chips are down, like it seems like he just makes a breakaway save in overtime on a North Dakota commit or whatever. Like he just loves
Yeah.
it.
I mean, Vanner's unbelievable. All the guys that have been on this show on our team have come in here and talked about how well he takes care of himself and how dedicated he is. And it's the truth, right? Like he takes care of himself so much and he's so mentally strong. I think any given day we can trust him to backstop our team and be the backbone. I mean, obviously he thinks he had a tough start the other day, but our team is, here to back him up whenever he's having a tough game and whatnot. So I think, yeah, he complements our team really well. He's definitely the backbone. He's a stud, super clutch.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Obviously, you get to the Centennial Cup, everybody's got a good team, everybody's got a good goalie. So I'm sure goalies, I'm sure Ven's happy you guys won, but giving up 5 goals is not something he's used to probably in a game. Again, not I'm agreeing with you totally. Like I don't think it was his fault, but just I'm sure he's like that doesn't sit nicely for me per se. So that's the type of competitor that he is.
Definitely.
And obviously a piece of that too for you guys is obviously Chase, Freemore, and Leith Olafson have played together, all year and been so durable in that.
Yep.
But the rest of the decor has just been so flux. Sometimes you're playing, with another veteran. Sometimes you're playing with Bo or Cole,
Yep.
or Danton or whomever. And so it's kind of like for you, it's like, I'm gonna put Nolan in with whoever because it seems like Trevor really trusts you. I guess just talk about, having a healthy decor. It seems like for the first time all year, kind of at the right time too, and how
Yeah,
that
for
kind of
sure.
helps.
I think having a healthy decor is huge. Thordy's a huge part of our back end. He's a power play guy, PK guy. So having him back is massive. And obviously, me and him have a little bit of chemistry going. I'm rooming with Unger right now, and me and him played together for a while. But I enjoy playing with both of them. I think definitely having Thordy back is a huge key. He's huge in the room. He's a leader on the ice out there. So, having a guy like him back is massive for sure.
Yeah, and I think Clay Sleva really took off when he grew his mustache really well, and clearly Ty Thornton has harnessed the power of the mustache. It seems like are you working on your mustache pretty hard, or is that just by accident?
Oh man, I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. It's not working well at all, but we're trying to get it going. We'll see. Maybe I have a growth spurt here. So,
Fair enough. Just two more questions. I don't want to take too much of your time. You said you got to go to a Jays game, the Hockey Hall of Fame. What were some of the
yep.
favorite things that you've seen, kind of outside of the hockey element?
Oh man, that is a really tough question. Couple of us went downtown Oakville the other day and we went down by the water, which was pretty cool. It was kind of cool to see the Great Lakes. You could see Toronto in the background. So I think that was definitely really cool to see and maybe try and golf a little bit out here, go to Glen Abbey, pretty sweet
Mhm.
golf course. So we'll see if we can get that done, but I think that would probably be pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure. Really cool. And then, well, I guess I said two questions. I lied. Two more questions now. You're a Calgary guy. The Canucks, I'm sure you know guys on that team.
Yep.
I've had other Calgary guys in the SJ be like, oh, if you're around and you see this guy or that guy, whatever, how badly do you want to play the Canucks at some point and beat them?
I want to play them really bad. Yeah. I got quite a few good buddies down there, so I think playing them would be a super super fun experience. But I also played in Winkler, so I know a bunch of those guys too. So beating them the other day, that was pretty cool. So either of those guys, I'd like to play them again.
For sure. And then just the last question, just I guess just take me you haven't you're about to go to practice, but I guess what are some of the things that you maybe expect Coach Blevins and Coach Shigs to kind of focus on today and then you take on a superior team tomorrow, a team that has played hard even though they haven't gotten the results.
I think they definitely just want us to clean up the details. Definitely in the D zone, picking up on the back check has been a huge focus in our game lately because all the big space, tend to lose guys. So I think we're definitely going to focus on the back check a little bit here and probably just I don't know, work hard in practice today, try and keep it crisp and look forward to tomorrow.
All right, very cool. Okay, I got three quick rapid fires for you then, and then we'll move on. All right,
Perfect.
give me just describe what you thought about the Jays' performance against the Minnesota Twins yesterday.
Oh, we were all hoping for a better outcome, that's for sure. I think they weren't swinging the bat enough, taking too many pitches. But yeah, no, I mean they obviously lost, so it wasn't the greatest result, but it was a good game nonetheless.
For sure. What is the best thing you've eaten on the trip so far?
Me and Westerland got some Oreo churros at the game the other day, so those are
Ooh,
probably at the top, I think.
Oreo trails. Very
Yeah,
cool. And then this is a two-parter. If can you give me a Nick Nielsen impression? Because obviously he was your broadcaster in Weyburn. And can you give me a Ben Tompkins impression? If you can't, one or the other, or no, both or neither are acceptable.
oh man, I don't know if I can impersonate Nick. He's pretty good. He's
Maybe
got
not
the ability
indoors.
voice. It's crazy. You
He's
talk
so
to him and
loud.
he's got the normal talking voice, and then he goes into the kind of the Weyburn Red Wings.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
crazy.
that's good.
But I don't know. Ben's a little more high pitched. I think it's kind of
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I could do Ben. I
Fair
don't think I
enough.
could
Fair
do
enough.
Ben.
Fair enough. Well, Nolan, I'll let you get to practice. Don't want to make Blevs upset, but all the best. Obviously, keeping tabs close out here,
For
and
sure.
good luck the rest of the way.
Okay. Thank you, Nugsy. Appreciate you having me.